Hey guys, good morning. How are you guys doing? Yeah, it's the weekend. How's the weekend going? Today, let's talk about housing in Brazil. I just woke up. Okay, so mushi fresh. Let- Let's talk about housing in Brazil. So, if you are new here, you want to rent house, or you're just coming and you're looking out. Okay, how is the housing? There are two things involved, or let me say there are three things involved. Okay, so the first one is that you might be renting like a fully furnished house, a let me say a semi furnished house, or an unfurnished house. Okay, so for a fully furnished house, it means that the house have everything from the bed, the wardrobe. The kitchen is set up. There is refrigerator, there is washing machine, everything. There is a sofa, everything is there. You just have to bring come in to that house with your bags, like your clothes. You understand? So you just have to come into the house with your clothes. You don't have to buy any in fact, that kind of house, they have pots, they have plates, there is spoon, everything is just set. You get me? Yeah. So that is for furnished house, and this kind of houses are always on the high side. They are always a bit expensive, yeah, more than others. And one of the it has the advantages and also the disadvantages. One of the advantages is that that kind of house, you don't have to worry yourself about moving things, buying, all those things. Just come in with your bag and pay, simple. There's no stress. But the disadvantages is that in Brazil, there is a law. If you are renting a house, when you are leaving the house should be in the same condition that you take it. Like there should be nothing damaged. Because if you damage anything in that house, when you are leaving, you have to pay for it. Okay, you have to pay for it. This one is no, and the law is actually really strange to me, because what about the law of wear and tear? If I'm living in a house for a whole year, you won't expect the house should look the same from January to December. There should be a change. But in Brazil, they will tell you that the house must be the same, like the things in the house. You cannot damage anything. Everything has to be like intact. So this kind of house now, if you know that you want to stay in that particular area for maybe for a year or two, avoid taking a furnished house, because there's no way you live in a house for a year or two and something will not spoil, especially if you have children. So yeah, it is just make sure that okay. And for that kind of house, if you want to live there, maybe like 6 months, like it is still okay. But you have to be careful, like take care of the things like they are your own. Okay, so that you not have any issue with your landlord. Okay. Then the next one is a semi-furnished house. This one they have little properties. Most of the time they just have like the wardrobe and the bed, which are the most important thing. Or maybe the kitchen cabinet is also there, but a lot of things, like you still have to buy things. Okay, these ones are still okay, because you'll be buying more of electronics, maybe like the fridge, the washing machine, the microwave, the stove, something like that. And these things are not like really really expensive. You can decide to buy from the second hand shop, which is also cheap. This one too, this kind of house is like okay, like mais or menos in between. It's okay, you can take that one. But when you're leaving, remember that you have to like take the things you bought with you. You have to pack them. You'll be spending extra money, to pack those things with you. And the things you met in that house, maybe the refrigerator, the wardrobe, the bed, you have to take care of the bed. You cannot spoil the bed. Because if you spoil the bed, when you are leaving, the landlord will ask you to pay. But this one, I feel like it's still okay, because even if there was going to be like any damage, it will not be much, because most of the things in the house is already yours. Okay, it's already yours. Not as if the landlord owns everything. And these houses, they are also like on the average in terms of rent, but it still boils down to the area that you're living. Okay, Then the last but not the least is an unfurnished apartment. We already know an unfurnished apartment. This one is like house that is empty. There's nothing in this house. These ones are always on the cheap side because it's just an house. It might be a house, like a standalone house. It might be an apartment. The same with furnished, unfurnished. It might be a house. It might be standalone. It might be an apartment. So for this unfurnished house now, they are empty. They are cheap. There's nothing inside. You have to buy everything, starting from the wardrobe, the bed, anything that you are going to be putting in that house. You are buying everything in that house. The landlord is not buying, is not giving you anything. And this one, when you are leaving, you pack your things. You don't have any issue with the landlord. Just like maybe the wall, make sure that you don't make holes on the wall. You don't. This one, yeah, when you move in, you buy your things. When you're leaving, you pack your things. You can also buy from the second-hand shop to make sure that okay, you are not spending too much money. You're not spending too much money on that kind of place. And when you're leaving, you go with your things. Some of these houses, you pay for water separately, you pay for light separately, you pay for yeah, you pay for water, you pay for light. Some of them, more of the furnished one, sometimes come with the light, the water. Most of them shall come with light and water, but some you still have to pay for your light, for your water, for your internet. Some, yeah, internet. But if you are renting like an unfurnished apartment, you have to do your own internet by yourself. And it depends on the landlord. Some landlord will ask you for deposits maybe a month or two. Some of them will not ask you for deposits. If you are looking for a house, try to look for a house that you can get directly from the landlord, not from agents, that kind of thing. If you can meet the landlord directly, talk to them, you'll be getting a really, really, really good deal. But if you are going through all these agents, like, it is sometimes it's like really difficult because they themselves, they want to make money, and you as a person, as an immigrant, you are trying to save money. You are trying to like save every penny, every kobo that you can save. So it's not easy sometimes, especially if you don't know anybody. If you are alone, it's not easy to like go directly, but it is doable. I always say it. Use Facebook Marketplace. Just put it in like area close to you. You are going to see some nice, and if you contact them, they will ask you if you want to come and check the house. But if you are going, make sure that you are very careful, know where you're going, just make sure that you are safe. Okay, so yeah, for housing, that is how it is. I'll see you guys in my next video. Ciao. Have a nice weekend.